Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Ngayon lang ako nakarinig ng ganitong storya, guys. Madalas po natin naririnig na kapag ikaw yung nag-a-apply for any immigration pathway here in Canada, tapos kailangan mo mag-submit, let's say, ng educational credential mo. Whether diploma, transcript, o anumang certificate yan. Siyempre, i-validate talaga yan. I-authenticate, no? Titignan ng IRCC, galing ba talaga to sa university na sinasabi mo o galing lang recto? Yung mga ganyan. I think that's fair. Tama lang na i-validate ang mga yan. Pero, in this case, medyo kakaiba to, no? Hindi po kini-question nung IRCC, yung MBA, o MBA pa po ang tinapos nito. Ang MBA diploma, walang problema doon. Ang binusisi po ng IRCC ay ang kanyang thesis. Imagine that. Yung thesis na ginawa niya while he was still undergoing his MBA program, the officer alleged that the thesis was plagiarized. At kung plagiarized daw ito, the applicant basically secured the MBA diploma through false pretenses. Ito po ay ayon sa immigration officer, dahilan para, or rather, yan po ang naging dahilan para i-refuse ang kanyang work permit application. Nabigay ko na agad sa inyo yung summary, Pero sige, baka hindi kayo maniwala, no? Pakita ko po sa inyo kung saan po saan ko po pinagbatayan ng kwentong yan, hindi po ito marites. As always, nakahanap na naman ako ng isang magandang storya mula syempre, sa Federal Court of Canada. This is based on a public record, a federal court decision, which you guys can access yourselves. Sige, puntahan na nga natin. Ito po ay in-issue noong July 31st, 2024. So, less than a year ago. Pero the application itself was submitted 2022, if I'm not mistaken. Sige, puntahan natin dito sa body, no? As always, guys, hindi ko po babasahin ng buo, masyado na pong mahaba. So, doon lang po muna tayo sa gist ng kwento. Ang applicant po ay isang citizen of Hong Kong na nag-apply ng work permit under the International Mobility Program. Ano ba yung International Mobility Program? Yan po yung LAMIA exempt. No? There are instances where employers here can hire a foreign worker na hindi po niya kailangan mag-request ng LAMIA o kumuha ng LAMIA. Anyway, okay. So ito yung summary. The visa officer denied the work permit, finding that the applicant's master's degree was not legitimately obtained. At dahil dyan, siya po ay naging inadmissible to Canada for misrepresentation. Ayan po, comes with a 5-year ban. Okay. So, ayun na nga, dininay. Siyempre, hindi naman papayag si applicant ng ganon-ganon lang. Kaya po siya ay pumunta sa korte at humingi ng isang judicial review. Pinapa-review niya sa isang judge ang desisyon ng IRCC in the hope na ma-overturn ito. Sige, mamaya na natin puntahan ang desisyon ng judge. Pero ito yung court decision na yun. Puntahan muna natin in detail ang kwento ni applicant. At paano yung kanyang naging situation dyan sa IRCC. 48 years old po ang applicant, earned his master's degree in business administration from the University of Sunderland in Hong Kong noong 2021. Doon din po siya nakakuha ng una niyang diploma in strategic management and leadership. Okay, August 2022, eto na, nag-apply na po siya ng open work permit. And he was interviewed by the officer noong December 2022. 2 days later, December 9, the officer concluded that the applicant was not eligible for a work permit on the grounds that he misrepresented his MDA credentials. Ito pa, specifically, the officer concluded that his MBA degree was earned on false pretenses because he plagiarized coursework to obtain his degree. Okay. So, alam niyo naman, kapag merong decision ang IRCC, naka-appear po yan sa GCMS notes kung tawagin. An applicant can request for that online if they want to find out more details bakit naging ito ang decision ng isang immigration officer. Okay, so anyway, ito po ang sinabi ni immigration officer sa kanyang GCMS notes sa kasong ito. Una sa lahat, may pinopoint out si officer. The officer makes reference to the applicant's body language and his lack of ability to speak English. Aba, may ganong angulo pa, no? Parang nag-raise ng red flags para sa officer ang body language at ang hindi kagalingan sa English daw ni applicant. Tapos, meron ding nire-refer daw pala si officer na isang article mula sa South China Morning Post. This is a China-based publication, a newspaper. May storya daw po doon about students paying to have coursework completed. Aba, umabot sa ganong research si officer, ano? Now, although the officer records that the applicant stated that he did not pay anyone to do his work, hindi daw nagbayad. It was determined that the applicant had copied work from classmates. Okay, itong nangyari guys, umamin itong si applicant na plagiarized basically ang kanilang thesis, pero hindi naman daw sila nagbayad. Para doon. O sige, this will tell us a little more, give us a little bit more details. Yan. Ito ang sabi ni officer. Upon review of all the information provided, I am not satisfied that the degree presented was legitimately obtained by the applicant. The applicant admitted that assignments for their prerequisite degree and the thesis for their MBA were plagiarized from other papers. The applicant admitted that the data and statistics they used in their thesis were fake and that they did not write their own ideas or material. Rather, all of the material was copied. Okay. Aba, may sinasabi pa nga daw yung applicant na kaya kapag may promotion o may pagkakataon silang to get promoted based on education, hindi daw nila ito tinatanggap because sabi niya dito, hindi naman daw niya kasi alam ang kanyang material. Ito yan, no? The applicant indicated they don't feel comfortable seeking promotions or higher management positions based on their education as they do not actually know any of the material. Grabe din, no? Nahuli din si applicant at peki nga naman ang kanyang thesis. Ang tanong dyan, tama po bang basihan yan para i-deny ang kanyang work permit application? Mamaya, malalaman natin. Hold on, konting hintay na lang. Okay, so ayun na guys, dininay ang kanyang work permit application. Ito sabi dito ni officer, eligibility, failed. Ngayon, kini-question ni applicant sa korte. Ang sabi ni applicant, the decision is not reasonable. The officer overstepped his role when he concluded that the applicant had not legitimately obtained his university degree. Guys, take note kasi yung mismong MBA diploma, totoo. Okay? Ang kini-question, yung kanyang thesis. Okay? Authentic po na inisyo nung university ang diploma. The applicant argues there is no evidence that his master's degree was not legitimately obtained at wala rin daw ebidensya na yung University of Sunderland na nagbigay noon, binawi sa kanya yung kanyang degree. May ganong pinupunto si applicant. Alam niyo ang nangyari? Ang sabi ni judge na while okay, kini-question ang integrity ng MBA degree dahil doon sa thesis. Ginawa ito, sabi ni judge, without making any finding regarding the reliability of the degree itself or the university. Sabi ni judge, wala man lang chinek kasi si officer tungkol sa yung status ng university as a legitimate university in Hong Kong. Hindi man lang chinek if the university offers programs that confer MBA degrees, that the applicant was indeed enrolled in the MBA program, and that the applicant was granted an MBA degree from the University of Sunderland. Ito na, you will get a glimpse of the court decision. Without some consideration of the above factors, itong kakabasa ko lang sa inyo, and without a full understanding of the MBA program in which the applicant was enrolled, it was not reasonable or rational for the officer to jump to the conclusion that based on the applicant's answers to the questions about his coursework, isa-shortcut ko na lang, that the MBA degree awarded to the applicant was done so on false pretenses. So parang ano, no, nagwagi yung argument ng applicant nung una pa lang, no, yung binasa ko sa inyo, na parang nag-overstep yung officer in assuming that he gained his MBA through false pretenses. Okay, that is even if inamin niya, no, na siya ay nag-plagiarize. But anyway, for those reasons, eto na. The judicial review is granted and the matter is returned to a different visa officer for redetermination. O, ayun. Approved. Okay, granted ang judicial review application ni applicant at ngayon i-review, ibibigay sa bago pong immigration officer para muling i-assess ang kanyang application. O, diba? Sabi dito, yung conclusion ni Judge, the officer's refusal of the applicant's study permit application and finding that the applicant inadmissible due to misrepresentation are unreasonable. So, ayun. At least, may isa pang tsansa itong si work permit applicant. Pero grabe, nakita nyo kung gaano katindi ang pagbusisi ng isang immigration officer. Diba? Yung thesis, pati yung thesis talaga, I mean, I don't know, there must be something that triggered the officer to dig deeper sa kanyang educational background, ano. But anyway, sabi naman ni Judge, naging unreasonable ang decision ni officer. Hindi ko na alam guys kung ano naging update dito. But yeah, that is it. Share ko lang sa inyo yung latest research ko na yan. Sana may natutunan kayo. We'll end this episode here. What do you guys think about this story? Baka meron kayong similar story na alam, experience ninyo, o nang kakilala ninyo, put them down there in the comment section so that we can learn more. So yun lang naman. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!